Right now, we'd like to talk about an excellent money-making idea called the Wildcard auction. Now, this is something I developed years ago in response to a situation that happens at many of my events. People come up at the end of the auction and they say, Danny, I would have been happy to donate something to the auction, but nobody asked. Well, after I heard that year after year after year, I came up with this simple but very, very profitable idea. What I did is I went out and I bought a package of these colored index cards. These are 3 by 5 inch index cards. I took them to my next auction and I placed a couple of these cards on each table. Then I got up on stage and I just mentioned to the people that, look, folks, we could use a few more auction items here tonight, and if you're interested in supporting, we'd like to ask you to make a donation to the live auction this evening. We call this a wildcard auction, and here's what I'd like you to do. If you have something of value, maybe you've got some football tickets or a vacation property, I kind of try and plant seeds in their minds. What we don't want are the a hairdresser donating a haircut, or a barber donating a haircut, or a dentist, donating a tooth whitening. Those typically don't bring a lot of money in live auctions. So we're looking for valuable items. So I'll suggest, as I said, if you have football tickets or a vacation property, simply write your name and your phone number on this card along with the item that you would like to donate. Bring it up to the front and we'll sell it during the live auction. So we're going to take a moment right now to show you how the wildcard auction works. But it's very important. A couple of things to note. When you start to get those first donations coming up, your auctioneer or MC should stop everything and acknowledge those donations. And I like to do it by, I like to try and create a little excitement when that first wild card comes up. I'll stop everything and I'll say, folks, we've received our first wild card donation, and Bob and Kathy Smith have donated a weekend at their Rocky Mountain cabin for a ski weekend, a getaway. Let's give them a nice round of applause. And I get lots of excitement built up around the wild card. And if you do a good job of that, you'll see other cards coming up quickly on a good night. And when it works like magic. But don't take my word for it. Let's take a look right now at an actual wild card auction I conducted a few years ago. You can tell it was a while ago because my hair had not yet gone this sad gray. So we're going to take a look right now at a wild card auction I did in a church basement for a Knights of Columbus group.
Now, we want to talk about something here this evening. We're going to do something we did last year. It was very, very successful, and that is a wild card auction. And on the tables here this evening, we placed 1 or 2 of these little recipe cards on each table. And what we would like to do here this evening is respond to people who attend these auctions, who often come up to me at the end of the night and they say, Danny, and I've heard this for years, people say, Danny, I would have been happy to donate an item to the auction, but nobody asked. So if you have an item that you would like to donate to the live auction tonight, simply write your name, your phone number, and the item that you would like me to auction off for you on one of these cards. Bring them up to me. It's called the Wild Card Auction. Put your hands together for Monsignor Jack right now. Father Hamilton, would you please come up? Father Hamilton.
Now what you're going to see here is we actually primed the pump, and when I arrived at the venue, I talked to the parish priest, told him about the wild card auction, and asked if he would consider making a donation. So we bantered back and forth, tried to come up with something creative, and here you can see Monsignor Hamilton coming up. There's the event chair, the gentleman in the tuxedo.
Monsignor, this is the wild card. We'll ask you to make the first donation. And what do you think you might like to donate to tonight's wild card auction?
How about Father Wilf? He says you can't afford him. We have concocted something that should be of interest to a number of people, I'm sure. If you were here at Christmas, you know the overflow crowds that we had. Very difficult time getting people seated. We turned people away at 4 o'clock and at 6 o'clock. We are going to have an auction for a pew with a view. We will guarantee that you have a front row seat for Christmas Mass for 6 people.
The crowd loves it.
Senior, thank you. Stay with me then. So this is guaranteed front row seating, midnight mass, a family of 6, and we're calling it Pew with a View. I like that, Father. Thank you. Stay here and let's see what it's worth right now. Ladies and gentlemen, and is it okay if even Protestants bid on this? All right, doesn't matter. All right, here we go. We'll start this at $1,000. There will be guaranteed seating. You can leave the house. You can stay at home and drink until 11:45. Grab a cab and come in the front door like you own the place. That's got to be worth it.
Now, one thing you're always looking to do is to, number one, entertain the crowd. You want to engage the crowd.
If Wolf picks me up.
If Father Wolf picks you up, we'll go $1,000. $1,000. Father Wolf, he hasn't got a driver's license anymore. That's from the last time he was out golfing. He won't have it back for another 18 months. Oh, you want to be guaranteed that
Jack says the Mass.
Father Jack or Monsignor, are you saying the Mass at midnight?
$2,000?
We'll put you down for 2. Can we do that? I can get you guaranteed 2,000. Let's go 2. And how many heaven points, Father?
Oh, all kinds of heavenly points.
I'll get you 5,000 heaven points and 5,000 Club's Head points. 1,000? Okay, we'll put you down at 1,000.
So the crowd is really getting into it. This is the very first Wildcard donation of the evening, so the crowd really doesn't know what to expect, but you can see that they're certainly getting involved. So we've got the engagement, we're entertaining the crowd, and that ultimately is going to lead to the third E of a successful fundraising auction event, and that is what we refer to as extraction, making the money.
12. My friend, it's an auction. You can't bid just once. If you put your hand up just once, that's shopping, and that's what girls do. This is an auction. Put your hand up again. 1,200. I'll take that as a bid. 12. Now 13. Let's go 12. Now 13. 13 would have been a 13. Now 14. 14 would have been a 14. Now 15. Let's go 15. 15. 15 would have been a 15. Could have been a 15. Say 15 one time. Would have been a 15. Would you go 15? Thank the good Lord you bid 15.
Here's a big part of a fundraising auction, is just the entertainment. When people are laughing, they always spend more.
Yes, sir.
You know, the number one reason that people buy a ticket to go to your event, the surveys have shown, the number one reason is to have fun.
Let's go 15, now 1,600. Would have been $1,600 once, $1,600 twice, all in, all done, all satisfied, sold out $1,500. We'll see you at midnight.
Now watch what happens here. This is really interesting. Normally it's my job to try and double up as the auctioneer. I didn't even think about it here. This is the event chair. Listen.
Brother Knights were just talking. We've got this gentleman over here interested in going to $1,500 as well.
Let's see right now. Would you do 15 and you want to go as well? 15. She's Jewish. 18 then. 18. Put him down for 1,600. I think he's good for
If
it.
they go below $1,500, we're willing to throw in a case of wine for after midnight mass as well.
He says absolutely. Sold and sold. That's 2 cases of wine that we need. Thank you very much. That's $3,000, ladies and gentlemen. Be with you and a little bit of red wine.
So there you go. That's an example of how the Wildcard auction works. You can see that it definitely fulfills the 3 E's of a successful fundraising auction event. Number 1, it's very entertaining. Number 2, the crowd gets engaged. And number 3, when those 2 things happen, it's easy to extract the money. And for that simple little donation, Pew with a View, we ended up making $3,000.